What's up, everybody? Jake Blickenstaff here. So I'm just going to make a real quick video. I want to give you guys kind of a detailed rundown of all the numbers that I put out in the newsletter with everything that's going on in the market right now, statistics-wise. So let me share my screen, and we will dive right in. So this shows that this report covers all data from the beginning of this month, which is March, up until today, which is the 16th. And you can see, let me move me up here out of the way, that I just pulled this report this morning on Tuesday. And these are all the areas that it covers. So pretty much just inside the Athens area in town, these are the different districts inside of the Athens MLS. West Athens, North Athens, East Athens, also West Athens. They got a couple different districts, same thing. 5 points, South Oconee, Watkinsville and Oconee County, West Oconee, South Madison, Jackson County, Ogelthorpe, and Barrow. So these are all of the numbers that were pulled from these corresponding districts or counties. So we have active listings, and then you'll see the total count, which was 178. And then the average days on market for all of the active listings that fall into this category is currently 81. And you'll see that the list price average for this group is about 541,000. So what that means is there's definitely some higher volume or higher price point properties that are included in this. And the funny part is, once you start getting over probably $450,000 to $500,000 dollar price point for homes, you know, they really haven't been in the same kind of seller's market that everything below those property values are. And what I mean by that is you still have traditional longer days on market time with those higher value properties than you do for the kind of the average median price properties in the area. So you'll still be looking at anywhere between 90 days to almost a year sometimes to get some of those higher value properties sold. So just take that into consideration when you see this with a higher number for currently active listings along with a higher price average. Now, as we start to move down this list, I'll keep referencing this so you can see that kind of that average price point is going to be changing based off what group that we're really seeing the most activity in. So all contingency listings, these are just active listings that have contingencies attached to them, meaning like a kick-out clause, or maybe somebody put in an offer to buy a house, but they also have to sell their house first. So that's a home sales contingency that goes along with it. So that's 310 properties. Those average days on market's about 34. For new listings that we just had come in, we've had 162. Average days on market is about 8 for those. And the list price average for those is about 338. So what you're going to start to see is, like, there's trend analysis in everything that we do when we're looking at these numbers. And we can kind of start to see and interpret what the market is currently doing based on these numbers. So you'll see that the list price average is about 338,000. So those are new people coming into the market, kind of testing that price point to really try to sell some of those houses. Now, for the closed listings, you'll see that the average days on market for both the closed listings and the co-op side is 31. And what I did in the newsletter was I just combined the 87 and 74. So if you go back to the newsletter, you'll see that these two numbers equal what I've included in there. But the average list price, the median list price for this is about 290,000. So that's a good average that we can say for the area, kind of the Greater Athens area, of what the average list price is for properties that are actually selling. Now, pending listings, you're going to see that. So this is a little bit of a difference between what's currently sold, the average, what's currently pending or under contract, and then what has currently been put new into the market. So, like, let's just say that they're testing the market, say around 338, currently under contract for about 317, and average of what's sold has been about 290. So there's still a bunch of properties that are currently selling or going through the process a little bit higher than the price point, which is great. That means people are getting a great value for their houses currently. So you'll see for the pending listings, we have 94. Average days on market for everything that's under contract right now is about 24. Back on market, got about 28 properties. These are going to be some of these higher price properties that bringing that value up a little bit, that listing price average. And the average price, or I'm sorry, the average days on market for those is about 86. And what happens on a back on market is sometimes deals fall through, either because of due diligence, financial contingencies fall apart. If somebody has a home sales contingency and they weren't able to get their home sold, they have to obviously back out of that deal that they were going to buy on the other property. So that's the reason that a lot of these houses can come back on the market. And expired listings. So we have a total of 6. Average days on market's about 213, and the list price average for expired is about 598. So like I said in the beginning, this just shows there's more higher priced properties that are included in this category. It's kind of regular to see that happen, just because you're going to have the longer days on market like we were talking about. But it also just goes to show you that if you price a home appropriately, that you're going to get an appropriate response. And if you don't get the response that you expect the market to give you, then I always recommend price decreases or price adjustments, so that way you can start to get those responses that we expect, especially in a seller's market. And then withdrawn listings, right now we have 11. Those are currently on market for about 90 days. And the average list price on those is about 378. So you'll see that this price point's higher than the average list price for the new listings. And my interpretation of this is that these are individuals that didn't need to sell their homes. They just wanted to, based off what's currently going on with the market. And so they said, hey, let's just test the market at this high price. And if somebody gives it, gives us this offer, then great, we'll sell, but we don't need to. That's my interpretation of that. And we should see that kind of average out as the foreclosure moratorium, or no, I'm sorry, not foreclosure, the I can't even think. Yeah, the foreclosures and being able to do anything with rentals for the COVID moratorium that they have on being able to kick out renters. Once that gets lifted, we're actually going to start to see a lot of new properties come on the market. So if you are a buyer currently and you can hold off, there's always the possibility that we're going to see an influx of that. But I'll keep you guys updated. If you have any questions, make sure to let me know. Once again, Jake Blickenstaff on the market stats update for March. Thanks.